remember in Exodus chapter 15, verses 20 through 21, where Miriam, the prophetess, the sister of Aaron, she took a timbrel in her hand, and all the women went out after her with timbrels and with dances. And Miriam answered them, Sing ye to the Lord, for he hath triumphed gloriously. The horse and his rider hath he thrown into the sea. Now, you know a timbrel is the equivalent of a modern-day tambourine or a hand drum. It was customary in the ancient world for women to celebrate various occasions with dances and timbrels. Check out Judges 11:34, and also Psalms 149:3, Psalms 154, and Jeremiah 31:4. See, the refrain of women's songs celebrated how the Lord cast Israel's foes into the sea. It was very similar to the beginning of Moses' song, which also focused on the mighty acts of the Lord to save the Israelites, Exodus 15:1. The implication may be that Miriam is the one who leads the other women in a type of antiphonal rendition. That's when one group answers another. In any case, the words are a final reminder of how the most powerful nation in the world at that time was no match for the God of Israel. Now, what do you think? What are some occasions that would be appropriate to label as a time to dance? Ecclesiastes 3:4. And maybe you want to dig deeper. Why did you, or did you not, include a church worship service as one of your responses? But let me share a story with you. It's about a joyful dance. As a religion professor, my husband often took his students on field trips to observe various congregations and their worship services. Our young daughter and I often accompany them to these services. One enthusiastic service stands out. The worship music was energetic, and the congregation moved and swayed to the music more than I had ever seen. During the service, a group of women with tambourines gathered in a semicircle before the sanctuary and began dancing to the music. As they did so, I saw my 2-year-old daughter joyfully dancing. I smiled at how she could confidently dance as an act of worship, just as the women at the front of the room did. My mind flashed back to the story of Miriam and the Israelite women as I watched a modern-day version of that example play out. How will you honor and worship God for his great blessings? Can you incorporate worship practices that you typically have not utilized? When you go to church and worship, don't be afraid to dance to the music and worship the Lord. Maybe even get a tambourine and start to play it. And you'll see how you feel. It's a glorious occasion. And it definitely makes me feel real good. And I want you all to know, I take my tambourine to church. God bless you all.